Welcome back to Walsall Fan TV. We're here with Ethan doing our match preview ahead of Walsall's encounter at
Hello.
Tranmere. So,
Yes.
currently 17th. How are you getting on with the transfer window? Is the first one.
It's very quiet, to be honest. There's not even been any rumours as such, really. We're waiting on an ownership takeover, which should be done. Well, I don't even know when it should be done, to be honest. It's just there was some some article on the Athletic website last night, which is obviously done by very reputable journalists, and that seemed good. Um, that something would happen soon in terms of the takeover, but then the club puts up a tweet today saying that they don't know. Not saying that they don't know, but just saying that they're not going to comment on anything. So the fans are left
Guessing.
Yeah, as always.
It's been a bit of a torture for Tranmere fans, hasn't it? Sort of struggling, sort of mid table and that sort of thing. Who's the guy that's going to pull you up by the bootstraps and get you up the top half?
Well, Amari Patrick has been out injured for the last 1.5 months.
Keep him out. We don't need him.
Well, Andy Crosby last weekend said that he's back up and running, so it might be available for this Saturday, but he won't start. It'll be like the last 15 minutes if he does come back on Saturday. But yeah, he'll be the man to get us firing, because we just haven't fired so far. Well, we've been scoring goals, but we've just been conceding far too many, which isn't good.
Well, just looking at the detail there, conceded 39 and scored 39.
Yeah.
Walsall scored 32.
Yeah.
And conceded 23. So that's the difference. Walsall currently third. And we're not on a great run, to be honest. We're stinging a bit at the minute. So Walsall need a nice, comfortable away day in Tranmere.
They do. You've lost all of your last 4, haven't you? From what the last time I saw it. So obviously your promotion, not necessarily your promotion ambitions, to be honest, because the last 2 games have been cup games, haven't they? And last night was in a cup game that not many people bothered about. Your manager was saying that he gave a few players game time, and then obviously against Norwich they're much better than what we are down here in League 2. So yeah. So obviously the last 2 games haven't really dented the promotion ambitions, but you're looking to get a win this Saturday, aren't you?
Yeah. Well, the disappointing thing, the first of those at home to Oldham, that's a game we should have won. So that was a disappointing one. Away to Cambridge, they hadn't lost at home since 6th of September. So that was always going to be a real tough game. And that was no surprise that we lost that one. Yeah. And then Norwich, as you say, they are down the bottom in the Championship, but I mean, they're on better form than we were.
But the Championship is a totally different league. Like, that's obvious. So I don't want to sound like I'm doing a Michael Owen here, but the Championship is of a much better standard than what we are. So even if they're down the bottom, you're sort of expected to get beaten.
Well, there's something I want to talk to you about, actually. I think with what Walsall have been doing, it's unwound a little bit. It's sort of a high press and don't particularly look to have lots of possession. They just look to nip it off teams that are trying to sort of overplay. Which in League 2 that works, but when you're trying to do that against the likes of Norwich, they just pass around you and they don't make mistakes at the back like League 2 teams do. So I think if we were to get up, obviously that ideology needs to change. But to get out the division, you've got to play a certain way, haven't you?
Yeah, but what I was sort of meaning to say before was that with it being with it being the Championship, they're a lot faster, aren't they? So, like, if you make mistakes, but you're still trying to play your system and that, then they'll just pounce on it straight away, won't they? So that is clearly what happened on the day, because that McCarmer had a great game, didn't he?
Yeah, he was golden, really.
Yeah.
But the thing is that, as I say, the defenders, they don't miscontrol the ball very often.
Yeah.
Where in League Two, you rifle a ball at somebody and there's a chance they're going to, it's like they're probably 60-40 whether they're going to control it or not. And you can sort of nip the ball off them. But in the Championship, they're a different level completely, quality-wise.
Yeah, exactly. And by the sounds of it, with just with Matt Sadler saying last night that he gave a few players game time, it sounds like you might have had a few injuries. So obviously that might have been tested your fitness in that game.
Well, he made 11 changes from the Norwich game.
Yeah.
The keeper that came in, Hornby, has been really good at saving penalties and made some good saves. Yeah. But he made a couple of gaffes as well. The one for their second goal was a real bad gaff. And that sort of started to take the game away from us then. So that was a disappointing one. A lot of the first teamers weren't playing. There was a couple of players who've been out for injury for a lot. Harrison Burke and Mason Hancock were two really good players started the season, but both had long injuries and it was their first game back. So as Matt Sadler quite rightly said, rather than the tournament, it was more a case of getting minutes into those that are sort of need game time.
Yeah.
So,
and you've got the likes of Aidan Flint as well, obviously, at the back, haven't you? He's 6'6", he's very good. And you've got Lewis Warrington as well, who's played Tranmere, and he's a good player as well.
But I want to talk about Lewis Warrington, because generally, I'd say the Walsall fans' opinion of Lewis Warrington is not very good. And he hadn't really settled very well. But last night, he was my man of the match last night. I thought he was excellent last night. Really sort of calm, composed on the ball, played some good passes forward.
He's a good player.
Didn't give the ball away. I was really...
Yeah. Sorry, mate. I think it went off a bit there, but I think you're back now. But so, he is a good player. He is a good player, but he does sometimes struggle with his consistency, I think, because at Tranmere he seemed like a good player at times, and he is a good player, but just he struggled with that consistency, I think, towards the end of his time at the club. And then by the sounds of what you're saying there, it sounds like when he's having a good day, but he has more good games than bad games, I'd say, to be honest.
Yeah. But
he's a good player.
We were starting him and bringing Brandon Comley off the bench. But the last few games, he sort of dropped out the 18 completely. And Comley's been playing. And Comley ain't been great, to be honest. So I'll be glad to get Lewis Warrington back in.
Yeah.
What do you think's his weakness then, other than inconsistency, Warrington?
I don't know really. Is inconsistency maybe? He's good on the ball, I'd say. Like he scores goals and that as well. But I reckon maybe might need a bit of power next to him as well, because he's still quite young and that, isn't he? So if he has a bit of some an experienced player next to him, someone with a bit of height and that, then he'd be good next to him. But Lewis Warrington's good. He's good on the ball, isn't he? And I think that's a strength. But consistency maybe, and a bit of power maybe.
Yeah, I think we've picked up Alex Patterson from Bradford.
Yeah.
So I think he's going to be good to play alongside him in the midfield, give some experience to the midfield.
Yeah.
And of course, he's got Aidan Flint right behind him. So he'll be sort of telling him what to do as well, won't he?
Yeah, he will.
I can imagine.
Yeah. You've got a good side. It'll be a tough game on Saturday for Tranmere.
Yeah, I'll tell you what upsets me is all these early kickoffs again. We were going to come to Tranmere, but a 12:30 kickoff, it sort of ruins the away day for me.
It does, mate. It does. It does. And I don't know that many people who are going to tune in to watch Tranmere versus Walsall over the Manchester derby on Saturday with the lunch.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It's all to do with money. It doesn't really benefit the clubs or the fans that much. Well, maybe the clubs, don't know, but the fans, it definitely doesn't benefit, does it?
No. The thing is, for me, an away day is about getting up there, having a pie and a pint, and chatting with a few people before the game and that sort of stuff, and then going and watching the match. But for a 12:30 kickoff, you're not going to go and eat. You're not going to go and eat before the match.
No.
Because you'll be eating at sort of like 11:30 and that sort of stuff. So that don't work for me.
And as Wayne Rooney once said, you don't want to be shoving past down you at 8 o'clock in the morning, do
you? No, not at all. So what did you think of the recent thing about the Carabao Cup starting before the league?
Not really too bothered about it, to be honest with you. I mean, it might be good to get a bit of extra minutes into the legs, but Tranmere haven't been doing too well in the cups, to be honest with you, mate. So we could be out the Carabao Cup before the league season starts, which is it's a new one, but one that I'm not really too fussed about, to be honest with you. We just need to get better in League Two. That's the priority, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. For me, I think the first match of the season is sort of like a real big event, isn't it? So if you're having a league, if you're having a cup game before that sort of takes it off a little bit, I think.
It does, but yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a weird one, but I also think that the FA Cup final shouldn't be played before the Premier League season starts.
Before the Premier League's finished,
Finished,
the FA Cup.
Sorry, yeah.
The FA Cup should be the last game of the season, shouldn't it?
Exactly. Yeah, that should happen in my eyes, but it doesn't, does it? So
it's just and here in League Two, we don't get a say, do we?
No, especially not in the FA Cup final.
Yeah, we don't generally get involved in that too much unless we're going to watch it. If the Walsall media, if the Walsall management are watching this, which players are we going to have to watch out for?
Probably like three. We've got three good players at the moment. Jaden Joseph's a good player on loan from Leicester. He's a really good and energetic wing back. Jaden Joseph, and then Charlie Whittaker. He's got 15 goal involvements in 29 games this season, so he's a good player. And then Billy Blacker as well. He should be back in the team.
And then about Joe Ironside, you've been playing with him?
He's been playing, but he just hasn't been doing much. Got to be honest. Like when he signed, he's got 2 promotions from the division in the last 5 years. So people thought, we've got a really good player here, but we might be able to go up even with him in the side. But we just haven't saw the best of him so far. And I think but that's why I think with the player next to him, like Amari Patrick, when he comes back from fitness, which is hopefully soon, then he'll benefit from that, because I think Dennis and Ironside, they don't really click that well together. And if Ironside has got 2 more years left at the club, you're hoping that Ironside and Patrick can be the partnership going forwards that gives the club some success, hopefully.
Have you been pleased with Smallwood that you picked up Bradford?
No, he's not been the best. I've got to be honest. When he signed for Tranmere, I thought that he was going to be quite good, because he's obviously a player that done well at Bradford. But I think the manager there done well to let him go when he did. At the end of last season.
I think you've been had your pants down a bit there.
Not necessarily had our pants down, because he's only at the club on a 1-year deal. But so it's just quite sad, really, that he hasn't been able to hit the form that he'd like to, because with it being a 1-year deal, if he doesn't do well here and he finishes bottom of League Two, in the bottom half of League Two, you don't think that like a good club would get him maybe National League in the near future. Yeah, which is sad, because he's obviously a good player, and at 34, if he's still playing, and so he obviously loves the game, and that, so you want them to kick on a bit, really.
It'd be interesting matchup with him and Patterson, obviously both recently at Bradford.
It will be. It will be.
Interesting to see how they're sort of twiddling through with that.
I think we've both got good midfields with Sam Finley and Billy Blacker and Charlie Whittaker in front of them for Tranmere and for Walsall as well. You've got your two lads there, as we said before, Warrington and Patterson. So yeah, two good midfields. We just need to score goals.
Yeah, I think Walsall's biggest problem is bypassing the midfield. Because our midfield has not been great, to be honest. And too often we're knocking the ball just up, knocking it long too often.
Yeah.
Against Northampton, second half, we actually started trying to pass it round in the midfield, and it was like, wow, this is better. But then obviously we got caught out and ended up conceding again. So that's a pity. Walsall have signed a new player on loan from Fulham, Aaron Lupalo. So I don't know whether you know much about him. He had some time at Dagenham and Redbridge. So he's one that will sort of help Daniel Carnu. But Daniel Carnu staying is massive for Walsall. Ryan Finnegan had been doing well for us. He's gone back. Danny Cox had gone back as well. So and Jida Kiki, he'd been doing well for us as well. So 3 went back. But keeping Miles Roberts, he's been doing well in goal. And Daniel Carnu is a real big boost, keeping him.
Yeah.
So we fight on. So what's your thoughts then going ahead to the game? Do you think you'll get a result? How's your home form been?
Terrible. Like one of the worst in the division. 19th. We are overall home form. we just.
Bromley did you last time out, didn't they?
Yeah, Bromley beat us 2-0. We knew the strengths, but they still managed to score 2 goals from the main strengths. We just couldn't do anything against it.
Was that just set pieces?
It's just not good. We've got to be honest. Like, yeah, when the club is in the state that it's in at the moment with this ownership takeover and all that, I'm surprised that the attendances are still as high as they are, really. But that, so the home form has been a bit of a joke, got to be honest. But yeah, we just can't allow Walsall have won 11 of the last 16 against us as well. I looked through that today. So Walsall have got a really good record against us, as we saw last January with the 5-1. So yeah, hopefully not another repeat of anything.
I'd be happy with 1-0 Walsall, to be honest.
Me too, probably. No. I'll take a draw. But yeah, I just don't want to get smashed.
I think the thing is, if Walsall don't win this one, we'll drop out the top 3, and then all the memories of last season are sort of on everybody's mind.
Yeah,
and that's the trouble. So a win would sort of get us back. But Swindon and Bromley flying at the minute, so it might be just 3rd place we're trying to hold on to.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, Ethan, this has been very good. Have yourself a good day, and I hope you enjoy Saturday. But I hope we can beat you. If we need we need to try and experience League One football next season, which hopefully we can be some kind of.
Hopefully we can beat you, Simon. Hopefully we can beat you.
Well, you're
you specifically.
I think with Tranmere, I think because you're in a state of flux at the minute, it'd be interesting when you get your new owners whether they spend big or not. Because the Walsall owners, Travella, they've spent money around the ground, but not so much on the team. I think they have lifted the budget a little bit, but not much. So we're still one of the lower payers in the division.
Yeah.
And which means you miss out on targets, of course.
Yeah.
But it's whether we can pull it all together. That's the challenge.
It is, mate. It is.
First class, though, Ethan. Thanks for joining us. And,
thank you very much, mate.
Good luck for the season, mate. Nice one.
And you, hopefully you get promoted. You're a good club.
We hope so, mate. Cheers. Thanks for watching.